Our fourth rising star, Laura Lane, helps people love again, love themselves, love their lives, and create deeper, more meaningful relationships. She helps individuals find hope, strength, and courage in their most difficult times through her individual coaching programs, seminars, and retreats. Laura is the author of Two Mothers, One Prayer, and the host of the upcoming Hope, Strength, Courage podcast for cancer parents. Please welcome to the stage Laura Lane.
Friday, January 9th, 2013. We're at the London, Ontario Children's Hospital. Myself, my ex-husband, my 14-year-old daughter Celeste, and her oncologist. The oncologist invites us into a room that has enough space for a little couch and a couple of chairs. And she sits us down to give us the news on Celeste's MRI. She said there was so much cancer in Celeste's little body, she only expected her to live days or weeks. You are not supposed to tell me that I have days or weeks with my daughter. Months or years, yes, but not days or weeks. In processing that news, I was able to remember we had already made the decision. No matter much time she had left with us, we would do everything we could to make every day wonderful. So now I had a focus. I sent an email out to all of our friends, family, everyone who'd been watching Celeste's progress, and said, this is the deal. Celeste doesn't have much time left. I had sat down with her the hour before that appointment and asked her, sweetie, if you could do anything in the whole world, what would you want to do? If you could go anywhere or meet anyone or try anything new, what would you do? And we had this beautiful list. So we sent it out to all of these people. We courageously asked and said, if you know anyone who knows anyone who knows anyone, please help us. This was Friday. The following Wednesday, we were sitting at her dad's house, and the phone rings. And this man calls, and he says, can I talk to Celeste Templeman? And we're like, who's this guy calling for our daughter? And he goes, David Tennant. He was the doctor in the Doctor Who TV show. He played in Harry Potter. He's an incredible actor. To this day, I don't know who did it, but somebody courageously asked and made that call possible. So we hand the phone to Celeste. She's sitting in the kitchen, talking on the phone like she does this every day of her life. She was so cool and calm and collected. It was incredible. Now, the rest of the family, we're in the hallway on the extension going, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. David Tennant's on the phone. Yeah, I was that excited. I don't do that in real life. And Celeste is just talking about spaghetti bolognese and her favorite episodes and doing this like, she's just the calmest, coolest little girl. That was Wednesday. Now on Thursday, some incredible person. I have friends in the theater industry, and I think they pulled some strings. Somebody courageously went to a hotel in Salt Lake City where Robin Williams was on tour. And he Skyped with Celeste from his hotel room for 15 minutes. He told her that he considered this an introduction, that when the tour was done, he wanted to do this again so he could show her the view from his house in San Francisco and show her the bay and the seals going by. He barked like a seal. It was a real Robin Williams. It was incredible. That was Thursday. Friday, somebody courageously went to Vegas and got hold of Celine Dion. She called Celeste, told her she loved her, and said she dedicated that evening's performance to Celeste. Then on Saturday, someone else did it again and courageously asked. I think they must have bombarded Hollywood with requests because Anne Hathaway called and Skyped with Celeste for 45 minutes. I'm here to tell you today that people are amazing. If you will courageously ask for what you need, people will do amazing things to make it happen. I want to encourage you to think of something in your life that you need help with that you can't do on your own, and share it. If I were to share my dreams, I'd say I want to meet Michael Bublé so I can give him my book. What would you ask for? Thank you.
Ruth Hamlet?
All right. Well, thank you so much. You started telling that story and like, okay, and we're supposed to give feedback on that? Fabulous. Okay, thank you. Yay. Again, thank you for sharing that story. I mean, that's an extraordinarily vulnerable thing to come up and share with us. A couple thoughts here. One, some of my favorite moments when you did some of the celebrity reveals, and Robin Williams, and a thought would be to maybe move Robin Williams first, because when you did the celebrity reveal on the first one, David Tennant, half the people are going, oh my gosh, David Tennant, and everything. Who's David? So, but we all know Robin Williams, and so that's what I call a shock and awe moment. Okay. And so maybe start with shock and awe so we know, and then Anne Hathaway, and then, are you a Harry Potter fan? David, so get us into that magic sooner. Does that make sense?
Yes.
One suggestion, because this is such a poignant story, I think with your intro, when you guide someone to read your intro, frame it a little bit more so we know where we're going, because this is an emotional journey you're bringing us on, and I think we want to be a little prepared so that we can really fully enjoy all of these great things that you're sharing. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think it is courageous to talk about personal tragedy in front of a bunch of people you don't know. But I want to know why, and I didn't ever find out why. At the very end, you said, people are amazing, share what you want. But I think there's a lot more you want us to get out of this, and I still don't know what it is. Okay. And I think you know what it is somewhere inside, and I want to know that there's a purpose for making me so upset for 5 minutes. Thank you.
Good. All right. You're very comfortable with silence, which is fabulous, because we need that silence to process what you're telling us. And so thank you for giving us that time and being comfortable. When you come in, I want you to stand still longer.
Okay.
Like when you tell the story of Celeste, and it's not months and years, it's days, you need to be standing completely still. Because at the moment, we're all, holy crap, where is this going, right? And so to give us that time and to give you that time for that as well. Courageous is obviously the word of the day. Tony used it, now you're using it. It's a great word. Courageously ask is a really great expression, and keep it and weave it in a little bit more. And so also back to Tony this morning, she was talking about experiences. And in order for us to have experience, we have to be in your story. I'm willing to bet that most of us are not able to relate what you did. So what you went through. So every once in a while, just throw it back and say, can you imagine?
Okay.
So that we can.
Right.
And then we are experiencing, but at a deeper level. But
We have time.
We have time, okay. One more thing, and that's just to add on about the beginning. The time and the date isn't relevant, but paint the scene, make us see the scene. We can't see anything with the date.
Right.
So as your way in, just describe what the room looked like or something so we can see our way into there at the beginning.
All right, it kind of building on what some of the other panelists here have shared, which to give us a pivot point as to why. And here's a possible one for you. You just said the incredibly heart-wrenching statement, you are not supposed to tell me that I have days or weeks with my daughter, which is a heart-wrenching statement. Let us feel that for a moment, and you could have a pivot point, something to the effect of, and you would think that nothing good could ever happen after this moment.
Yeah.
But you would be wrong. You've now set us up for this incredible series of events that you are uniquely qualified to be able to share. So if you give us that pivot point, now we're ready to experience it.
Awesome.
So thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you. Thank you.